We back.
Yo,
Another episode, another Monday. Man to Man Pod. I'm AB, my co-host DB.
yes, sir.
Week 4 Overreaction Monday.
It's a good week. Good
Man,
week, man. Exciting week out there. Once again, another good weekend of football. Great night of basketball. We're gonna get we're gonna get to, man. But what you love about this week, man? What you like, what you hated?
man. Like you said, some good week, a good week of football. I think the biggest thing I like was I went out on the limb, took the Browns over the Cowboys.
Did you go out on the limb, man? That's what you call it.
I mean, they was an underdog. I don't know if they were really the underdog. You know what I'm saying? They had the better record, but I think a lot of people expected the Cowboys to win.
Yep. Like my dumb ass.
Yeah, your dumb ass. But but nah, I took the Browns, man. They almost coughed it up though towards the end. But other than that, man, I just think it was some good solid football, man. The young boy out there for the Chargers, man. Justin Herbert, man, he's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot we can talk about. The Arizona Cardinals, man. I don't know what's up. Trying to find out what's going on out there.
They started off hot, man.
I mean, obviously, you got a lot of injuries on the defense side of the ball, safety position with Buddha and some other things. But I'll say the Browns, man. I'm trying to see if they serious or not.
Yeah, what are they now? 3-1 now. So the Browns 3-1. Who knows when the last time they've been 3-1? But Baker playing better. He's not lighting up the stat sheet, but he's playing better, taking care of the ball. I feel like the play caller's doing much better job of putting him in a situation where he can make quick decisions, make good decisions. It was some instances yesterday where they cut the field in half, like you were talking about. Made some easy throws for him, and then they dialed up. They were creative and got the ball in Odell's hands and let their, that's what the best coaches do, man. They let their best players be effective, put their best players in situations to succeed. And even when the game got close, they put it back in his hands and that reverse.
Yep.
Took it to the crib, blew the game wide open, pretty much ended the game. But the double pass with Jarvis Landry to Odell. And then he looked like the Odell of old last night, man. So I was happy for that. Happy to see that. Happy to see the Browns, coming along. Look like they're finding their footing. Now, what do you think about that Cowboys secondary though, man? That Cowboys
it's rough. Defense. It's rough, man. And again, we're not in the meet rooms. We're not we're not on the sidelines, so we don't know what those guys are being coached to do. But when you see the ball continuously get thrown over your head as a DB is something that you got to have some type of concern. And again, as we always talk about how defensive line, the front and the secondary goes hand to hand. They're not getting any pressure on a quarterback. They're not stopping the run. So right there, that's a equation for disaster where an offensive coordinator, you can run the ball successful. If you throw the ball, you're gonna be successful. So as a D coordinator, it's gonna be tough to call plays. But then even on that end, I know the defensive coordinator, he's getting a lot of criticism on what's going on over there. But the secondary is rough, man. Where you let some guys go. You draft a young Diggs, and obviously, he's gonna have some growing pain.
Yep, always.
That's gonna come with it. But they got to find somebody, man, to plug in that secondary and try to eliminate some of the things that's going on. But again, like I said, we're not in the meet rooms. We're not on the sidelines. We don't know what's being coached, so we could just go off of what's being shown on film, and it's not looking good.
Yeah, it's not looking good, man. I think about that the touchdown, the slant pass that Odell caught, kind of like that pop pass. We all see that the hard play action come up and hit the receiver. But as a DB, you got to take away that inside. You got to be physical with them on the line. On the goal line, you can't just let a receiver get free access at the goal line like that. So that's, in my opinion, I feel like that's bad coaching. And if they did coach him up, obviously it's bad execution by that player. Regardless, I think it was 28. Morley or Worley, I'm not sure, but he had a rough outing all night. And like you said, it's hard to put it all on one person or one group. It's a collective effort. They got to do better. And even the offense. So the offense put them in some bad situations, especially in that first half. They had two turnovers. You know how that is. As a defense, it's gonna be on you. The yard's gonna be on you. The touchdown gonna be on you. But when you're actually watching the game, and you see, I think Myles Garrett had a forced fumble. Sendeo, forced fumble off Ezekiel. Yep. And then the offense gets the ball in a good situation, in a good field position, and they execute and put points on the board. So I think they got 14 points off of turnovers in the first half, and that's hard to overcome as a team.
It is,
yeah.
But as a defense, man, when you're on the field, man, your job is to keep the team out of the end zone. So even when you do get in those type of situations, the good defense, you either going to stop them or you're gonna hold them to a field goal. So, but you're extremely right though. Like that's one of the things we've been in those situations where we're on the sideline. It's a sudden change. We got to get back out there. We got to do what we do. But again, though, they're in the NFC East, man. So they always gonna be in it.
Facts. Facts. The Eagles right now, and I went back and forth with that pick, that Eagles 49ers pick. I had the Eagles, and then right before a couple hours before kick, I'm like, man, switch me. I'm gonna go back to the Niners, man. I'm gonna take the Niners, thinking they were gonna pull it off. But the Eagles found a way, man, and they did. And now they are leading the NFC East after taking that tie last week. And I was actually, I understood why they took the tie last week. Why they didn't go for it on like 4th and I think it was like 7 or 12 at that point. And they punted instead and just basically took the tie. And now with that tie, since they're 1-2-1, I think they're leading the division. So they finally figured out a way, man. Niners tricked it off.
They did. I think they should have made that the quarterback move a little earlier. Yeah, man. You had Mullins out there. I think you got to think when CJ played, man. He played fairly well when he was. We played decent, you know what I'm saying? He played some good football for the Niners for them to win. And obviously, towards the end of the game, when they did make that change, man, he moved the ball and had a chance for them to take the win towards the end of the game. So we'll see what's up with Jimmy G, man. See when he comes back. But shit, that's tough, man. You go to the Super Bowl last year and
they got, if you got issues at quarterbacks, you got major issues. But it was good to see Kittle back out there healthy. He balling. He played out of his mind. But you got issues out there at quarterback. I feel like they got issues at corner. They got issues all up and down the roster.
Yeah,
but
they got some injuries outside on the corner.
And that's a tough division. So every week that goes by, it's the other teams kind of stacking wins. Seattle stacked another win against Miami, which was a little battle.
Russell, Miami, man, they playing good ball.
Miami gave a little fight.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be not a blowout, but I thought Seattle was going to handle that game a little easier. Man, Russell, he's still out there balling. That receiving core out there is something crazy.
Yeah.
I heard a stat this morning. I was surprised that Seattle, their defense, have given up 400 plus yards, and I think all of their games, or three of the 4 of their games.
Yeah, they done already gave up over 1,000 in the air.
Yeah, so that's a little surprising to me. But when you have a offense who can put numbers up, who can score, you can kind of it gets hidden a little bit. But for now, until you start. Toward the end of the year, get into the playoffs, opposing teams, they're gonna find that and they're gonna take advantage of that. But that was surprising to me.
Yeah, it was. And I can remember even Russell was, he looked kind of, that's a long trip.
Seattle,
for Seattle. That's I think the longest trip in the league. So you going from the Pacific Northwest all the way to the southeast of Miami, you know what I mean? And so it's a long trip, and they kind of look like it, honestly. But like you said, Dolphins came out, played well. But Russell Superman when he needed to be, and figured out a way to win. And they're winning right now 4-0. Got to start. Adams was out last game, but they got to start playing better on defense, man. Got to. That's a must.
Yeah.
But speaking of defense, though. Colts, man. The Colts put together another solid defensive performance against the Bears. Solid. What you thought about the old squad?
Man, old squad, man, they playing real good, man, on that side of the ball. I think they limited Chicago to what was it, 35 yards rushing?
It was something crazy.
Something
That
crazy.
defensive front was
Defensive front. So, as we always say, it starts up front. So if those boys can continue to do what they're doing, man, I think it's gonna be some good stuff for the Colts defense. And then, like you said, on the back end, young boys, they're playing lights out. The DBs, they're doing things they're supposed to do, turning the ball over. And then it's just a collective unit. Obviously the linebackers, they play well, flying around. So I like what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. Rose still playing way well. TJ Carey was out last game, but the young boys back there at safety played really good, man. And Blackman actually sealed it with the pick. Had a big hit, had some plays earlier. Houston up front getting after him, Buckner. Leonard went down as well, and they still went out there and balled. But hopefully, get those guys back out there as soon as possible. But it looked good, man. Look good. Like you said, it always starts up front, and getting that pressure on the passer and stopping that run game and forcing them to be one dimensional. And a lot of these quarterbacks can't beat you one dimensional. Can't beat you without a solid play action game. They can't beat you without staying in front of the chains. So the better you continue to play up front, the defense, typically the better you're gonna just play all around. And then what you got?
What you think about the offense?
I feel like they just got to be more efficient in the red zone because it's one of those things where some teams are going to be you're going to be able to beat them with field goals, like the Bears, like the Vikings set up for a lot of field goals in that game. But as the season goes on, games get more and more critical and games get bigger, teams start putting up points.
Right.
You got to turn those threes into sevens. So I feel like that's their only issues. But they're taking care of the ball. Rivers is taking care of the ball. I feel like we're still missing that explosive element to the offense. We're still missing what the T.Y. Hilton we're used to seeing. For the last, it seems like going on a decade now. Last 6, 7, 8 years. So want to see that Rivers to Hilton down the field connection. But yeah, it's definitely room for improvement. But they're playing really, really well. Not as good as the defense right now, but still playing really good on the offensive side. What you think?
Nah, man, I think you hit it on the head. Controlling the game. Your defense playing well, so don't turn the ball over, run the ball. Run the clock. But like you said, just need those big plays, those explosive plays, like you said, that T.Y. has been giving us for so long. So, I think second quarter, second half of the season, hopefully we can, as an offense, has more plays with one another. We can see some changes.
Yeah, but real quick, speaking of settling for field goals, that young kicker, he been ice cold. We had
hot right now.
We had some struggles last year with Vinny. I think he was dealing with some injuries.
Yeah.
So he was fighting through some injuries and missing kicks early in the year, which cost us some games. So I know we hate settling for field goals and not putting up touchdowns, but when you're making them field goals, that's a good issue to have.
A great issue. Yeah. Let's just stay in the game though. The Bears, obviously they had the quarterback change with Nick Foles. Like, what you think with that? You think they're gonna stick with Nick Foles? You think they're gonna give him a short leash, or you think they're gonna go back to Mitch Trubisky at some point?
I think they kind of got to stick with Nick now. You know what I mean? At least unless he starts playing, very, very. But you already made the one switch. I feel like Nick Foles would have been a starter if they had a normal offseason, if they would have went through OTAs and mini camps and full training camp. I think Nick Foles would have ended up winning that job. I think they went with Mitch because they were more comfortable with them, and then they had to get to a point where they had to switch. So I think they give Nick Foles at least a few weeks to get his feet up under him, really figure out what he likes in the offense, really figure out, what he's, good at and things like that. And then if 3-4 weeks in, he's still playing. But how do you even go back to Mitch at this point, man?
Mitch was 2-0.
Mitch was 2-0.
You was 2-0. You was
He was 2-0.
he was 2-0. Obviously, the Atlanta game, it was kind of up and down or whatever. But I mean, I'm just saying, if Nick Foles, and obviously it was only one game, but if Nick Foles, say you lose two, three in a row, you know what I'm saying? Like, and especially in that division, you can't get too far behind Green Bay. You know what I mean? So. But I feel you though, like
because it ain't like Mitch. It ain't like they were winning because of Mitch. They were winning in spite of. But I don't know, man. They got to get something going. Regardless of who they got at quarterback, they got to get something going in the run game too. And we talked about Cohen being out and the different elements that he bring. Yeah, but guys weren't. Montgomery had 27 yards rushing. Cordell had 5 rushing yards. Like they were one dimensional. So you got to, if you're a quarterback, man, unless you got one of these guys, so you can say, all right, hey, A-Rod, Mahomes, we need you to throw the ball 45 times tonight. Go out and get us a dub. They don't have that in the locker room, so they got to figure it out collectively.
Yeah. Man, I got a question from Ace Boogie. What's the biggest surprise record-wise, good or bad? I got my good.
Yeah, I got my good would be the Browns. Right now, being 3-1. That would definitely be my good. The Browns been 3-1. Baker playing better. Odell looking like he's getting in his groove. The running both running backs or Kareem Hunt look like the old Kareem Hunt right now. And I know that up front, that old line for the Browns has been banged up too. So for those boys to be playing like that, that's definitely my good surprise so far.
My good surprise, I'm going with Buffalo Bills. Even though you had a solid year last year, the way they playing right now, man, they playing real good ball. Quarterback Josh Allen, man, he's playing real good ball. You bring in Stephon Diggs, so they're playing really well right now, and I just think they might take that. I think we talked about this in one of our earlier episodes. You felt as though New England was still going to win that division.
Yeah,
but right now, man, I think Buffalo, man, it's looking real good for them.
Yeah, they're in the driver's seat. And New England already got a loss, and we think we both picked the Chiefs tonight without Cam Newton. Now, if Cam was playing, it would have been I was on the fence. We were talking about that earlier. I was on the fence, but I think without Cam in there, I think the Chiefs handled this game. And Buffalo definitely in the driver's seat, and Josh Allen is playing at an MVP level. But I wouldn't say I'm completely shocked. They went good. Like you said, they were doing good last year. We saw Josh developing last year. But the step that he's taking this year is, he's playing in a different world right now. But for my bad surprise, I got to go to Texans, man. And even though they're in the division with the Colts, and I don't want to see them necessarily doing great, I hate to see a talent like Deshaun Watson seem like he's regressing over there. You got Billy O. He's the head coach, the GM, and now he's taking over the play calling now. So I mean, it's hard to point the finger at anybody else right now. So
I'm with you.
It just don't look good over there. It looks what they 0-4 now.
0-4.
Yeah, that's unacceptable in my opinion.
Now I was gonna say the same, but since you say Houston, I'll go with another one. I'll go with Minnesota Vikings. They're 1-3 right now.
Obviously,
got their first win. I thought they would, maybe a little better coming off the season that they had. But again, one of the guys we just mentioned, Stephon Diggs, losing the talent like that. Obviously that's gonna hurt. But I would think at this point in time where we at in the season, they will at least be 500. But we got 12 more. We'll see. So.
Yeah, they ain't look too good, man. They ain't looking too good either. What else you got? Biggest surprise was a good one though.
Yeah, that was a good one, Ace Boogie.
I would say the Eagles too, but they got a bunch of injuries. I just think we just thought they were better than they were.
Man, what other games was on yesterday? The Saints and the Lions, man. The Lions being the Lions as usual.
Lions jumped out. They had me fooled. I picked them.
I did too.
Man. And they tricked it off.
Yeah.
Breeze, he looked good. They went 5 touchdowns in a row. So yeah, I didn't feel too great betting on the Lions. But they had me feeling good the first quarter, but then they did what they do.
Yeah, what you think about Matt Patricia, man? The comments that he saying that when he became the coach of the team, they had a lot of things to overcome. Shit, Jim Coach Caldwell, 2 back-to-back seasons, 9-7 winning seasons. How you feel about that? It's a cop out.
Sound like excuses, man.
Excuses,
yeah,
right?
It's excuses to me, man. You're a football coach. You got the head job, and we know the league that we live in now. I mean, we got to see results. We got to see results quick. You see, Cliff Kingsbury, he went over there. You saw results. McVay and the Rams, you saw results early. And a lot of these teams, even Frank Wright, you saw you saw them at least starting to look better, look more as a team. And you don't see that in Dallas. You see a lot of good players moving on or wanting to move on. Diggs moved on. Darius Slay, Snacks. Like there's a lot of guys that came in there and moved on. And it's like, all right, what are you trying to do here? So you see that happen. You saw it happen in Seattle after they won Super Bowls, by the way. But you also saw, the locker room change, but that culture kind of remained the same. And still be a winning culture, finding ways to win. They still had their quarterback in place as well. Same thing with Detroit. It's not like they went and got the number 1 pick in the draft. You still had Stafford there. You still got weapons there. Like, you got to make something happen. So I'm not trying to hear the excuses, man. Get the job done. Find a way to get it done. And at least start showing, trotting the team out there week in and week out. They got a chance to win every week, man.
Shoot, man. I want to see Matt Stafford. Man. Matt Stafford is a talented quarterback, bro.
Very.
Like, played against him a number of times, and he can make every throw, and it's just one of them wasted talents out there in Detroit, man. I think if Megatron would have stayed out there, I think they might would have had something at some point in their career. But like you said, right now, just one of them wasted talents, man.
Yeah, that's unacceptable what's going on out there.
Yeah.
Who else we got? Another good game yesterday. Chargers and the Bucks. That was a lot of lead changes.
Had me shook for a minute, man.
Me too, but
took the Bucks.
Brady was struggling that first half, and then the Chargers once again complimentary football, man. Because Herbert was dialed in, he was balling
like a little young vet out there.
Yep, they were up. I want to say probably like at least 3 scores, and then right before the half, fumble in their red area. So the Bucks got the ball on like the +6 yard line. When they got a touchdown, when they got a touchdown right before the half, and that changed the game, man. Brady, went off on the tear. I think he threw 5 touchdowns to 5 different receivers. But Herbert looked good, man. He looked really good. And we talked about it. When they poked my boy Tyrod up, man, poked him up and gave it was hard. It was going to be hard to go back, and now he's I think he's pretty much got that position locked up, man. What you thought about that game? What you think about him?
Like you said, man, good game. I had the Bucks winning. Watching that game, man, it had me shook. Had me shook in the first half. But like you said, with the fumble right before going into the half, it kind of just changed the momentum. And then the Chargers, man, had some injuries. Running back got hurt with a hammy. So I think that kind of, was one of them things where one of your key players go down. But the young boy, Justin Herbert, man, he's playing well. He's playing really good. Making all the throws, all the games that they played so far. They've been in the game. So I'm excited to see. But, TB, man, the GOAT, pulled it through, 5 touchdowns.
Yeah. 5 banged up too, man.
Banged up, yeah. Howard, man, might be out for the season with the Achilles.
Yeah, he done for the season.
McCoy went out with an ankle.
Godwin still slowed up with the hammy.
Then Mike Evans, he was
thugging it out.
Yeah, he tweaked his ankle too. So he a lot of extra hours in the training room this week.
For sure, man. He thugged it out, man. And Fournette missed. What did Fournette miss with?
I don't know. Yeah. But he was in street clothes, so
yeah. They got some injuries to overcome.
Yeah. But I like Justin Herbert, man. I like what he showed this first quarter. of the year? It's a good question by Chris.
Chris Pink, how big of an impact does having no veteran experience in the secondary have? Tampa's oldest starter in the secondary is only 24, and it seems teams are throwing the rock all over him. What you got on this?
I think having a veteran presence is important. That veteran, he's going to be able to, not saying that they're not, but he's going to be able to communicate. He's going to be able to point some things out that, maybe the younger guys can't see. Pre-snap recognition is huge, especially in the secondary. So just having that even that veteran on the sideline in the meeting rooms and things of that nature, it goes a long way. It's just like another coach on the field. Whereas having a coach in the meet room, like, look out for this, look out for that. But like you said, like having that veteran on the field with you, man, they could do a lot for you. So not only for the Bucks, man, I think it's a lot of teams in the league right now.
Dallas is one of them.
Dallas is one of them. A lot of teams that could use that veteran presence, not necessarily that veteran playing a whole bunch of snaps, but at least when you come on the sideline, that veteran could be like, look, guys, this is what they're doing, this is what I'm seeing, and things of that nature. So,
man, look, man, I'm gonna be real. Matter of fact, we were talking about it on Twitter. Me, you, Will Blackman, Gerard Powers. A few of us are talking about just being kind of half serious, but just having a guy in that locker room on that sideline that, like you said, it's like another coach, but a guy who's been in them trenches, right? So almost like somebody in between, like you watching the Heat game, the Heat series. You see, Udonis has him over there getting guy ahead, man, just because he's been there before. Now he may not can get out there and give you 30 minutes on the court anymore, but he can still be like, hey, this is what they're doing. Y'all need to do this. Get your mind right, blah, blah. When we get in the red zone, this is what they're doing on third downs. This situation is about to come up. This is what they like in 2 minutes. Like, that changes the game tremendously, just because a lot of times things are moving so fast, especially during this part of the season. This is when guys are getting plugged in different positions. You may not even been, practicing all training camp at nickelback, but now 2-3 guys banged up. I got to go get some nickel reps. So it's just so many moving parts now. So the more people that you can have kind of steering the ship, helping that ship stay steady, the better, man. And I didn't know those guys were that young, 24. Them boys, they got some young boys back there, man. But you definitely need vets. I feel like the more vets you got just in and around that locker room, that field, the better off you're gonna be.
For sure. John Flego, apologize. Will a Darius Leonard growing injury last through the season until he can fully rest? Yes. That growing, it's a couple of injuries that's going to linger throughout the year. I would say that growing, a hammy, an ankle.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Really,
it's a lot of them. Yeah,
it's a lot of them.
Because you got to play through them.
You got to,
for the most part.
And then you still practicing. I mean, I don't know too many people that don't practice throughout the week and then play Sunday on a consistent basis. And then when you do play the game, it's gonna flare up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Depending on what the injury is. So it's definitely gonna be something that he's gonna have to battle. In my opinion, something he's gonna have to battle through the rest of the season.
Yeah, for sure. And it also depends on the severity of it. If it's a mild injury, and let's say he kind of barely tweaked it, and he can give it, okay, I can give it a good. They're gonna sit him out for 2 weeks. And that's where a good if you got a good training staff or not comes in at too. If you got a good training staff, you got a player that knows his body. Say, all right, I can thug it out, I can get out there and play, but it can be something that hampers me throughout the rest of the year. Or we can say, all right, you're gonna miss these 2 games, but we know when you get back, the likelihood of you re-injuring this is a lot less because you really let it heal. So it depends on how they attack it, how serious it is. I mean, he's young. And hopefully he knows his body, taking care of his body. But, he should be able to bounce back and be all right from growing this early in the season. But, we'll see.
Yeah. Sure, man. Let's talk about another game, man. Another little situation that's going on. The Ravens and the Washington football team. Obviously, we figured the Ravens was going to punish Washington, but Washington over there, man, they giving the young boy, man, he on a short leash, saying that he got to play well or it's curtains for him. How you feel about that? Like, I think this Sunday was maybe his 10th game.
I think his 10th start, man. I think. Hey, pump the brakes on the short leash, man. This is a first round pick. This is really his first year where he's getting a real stab at it. I mean, you don't have weapons around him like that to be saying, hey, you're on a short leash. It's not like he, got a bunch of weapons, got great plays being called, and he just out there, just tricking it off. I think he's learning. He's young, definitely talented. You figure out, I think it's too early to start throwing that out there, in my opinion. At least let it get to, a halfway season point or, towards the end of the season, you're like, all right, look, we're going to need something better. We're going to have to do something else going forward. But right now, I think it's really, really early. The roster's not good enough to put that type of pressure on them, in my opinion. But so yeah, that's my real thoughts on it.
Definition of an overreaction. They tripping, man. Definitely got to get a young boy some time. Like you say, he has no weapons around him. And then just the organization all in itself is in a big, it's a lot of changes in the organization. Right. So you can't expect a young quarterback to go out there and feel comfortable where it's a lot of moving parts within the organization. So yeah, I think that's definitely an overreaction.
Yeah, with them young players, man, especially quarterbacks, man, most of them need good environments to thrive and grow in. And you see what's happening with Sam Darnold. A lot of us saw the talent of him coming in, but if you don't have that good environment around you, a lot of times you're not gonna grow in that. See with Baker, see Baker come in hot, and then the stuff around him start. That's just a tough environment to go into. So man, give him time, man. Build up the culture around him. Keep doing the right things. Jason Wright, Ron Rivera, I feel like they got the right people with leadership roles there. And I think he'll be all right.
Yeah. Man, I think this is the last one. We haven't talked about the Cardinals and the Panthers.
Cardinals and the Panthers, man. I was underestimating the Panthers. Teddy Two Gloves, Matt Rule and the boys, man. The boys humming, man.
They are.
They back-to-back wins now for them. Teddy, I'm so happy to see him back out there healthy, man. We used to train in the same spot. So I remember when he first got that injury, just seeing him where he started and where he is now, back out there leading the team. Playing good ball. They got weapons, they put weapons around him too. They got Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore still playing well. Obviously, C-Mac is banged up. They still finding ways to win, which says a lot about.
Shout out to my young boy Mike Davis, man. Mike Davis out
there. That's my homie, little brother. So Mike Davis out there balling,
toting it.
Yeah, man. So proud of them boys over there at Carolina. D. Jackson got a couple picks this year. Trey Boston out there flying around. They went all defense in the draft. Chin balling, young rookie safety.
I like Chin.
Yeah, I like him, man. I like him.
He plays linebacker. He plays safety. You know what I'm saying? All around the field. So I like him, man. But like you said, man, the Panthers, man, they flying around on the defense side of the ball. Offensively, like you said, Teddy Bridgewater, his story is just amazing.
Yeah.
So for him to be able to, he got that bag, got that strong position, man. To see him thrive and lead that team. They 2-2 right now, so that's dope.
Yeah, but Brian Burns too. A lot of people sleep on him. The games that I've watched, I haven't seen him get a bunch of sacks, but a lot of pressure. Like he always, I feel like right there. Very, very athletic, super athletic, young cat out of Florida State. He from down at the crib too. Brian Burns, man, that's a young player trying to keep your eye on. But new coordinators, man, new head coach, and those boys 2-2 right here. That at the quarter mark, man. That's hats off to that squad, man.
Yeah. But then you talk about the Cardinals, man. Seemed like the first 2 weeks, man. It was clicking on all cylinders.
Kyler
MVP. D-Hop was balling and. But right now, man, I know watching the game yesterday, just looks like the offense isn't in sync. I I don't know what it is. Defensively, I know they have some injuries in the back end, but it just doesn't collectively as a team, man. It just doesn't look like they're meshing. I mean, maybe I'm overreacting. You know what I'm saying? But
that's what we're on here for.
Yeah, but the last 2 weeks, man, it just kind of it hasn't looked like the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, it gets, and just like we talked about with these coaches, man, these coaches are good quarterbacks. Like, we want to see, we want to see progression early. You want to see it continue to develop, and they came out and they gave us like a little preview of like what they could potentially be as a team. So now, we always say that the standard. Once you set the standard, that's the standard. So we came out in the first couple of weeks looking really good, and then had a really sloppy game offensively against Detroit. And then this past week, they came out and just got handled again. So, they got to figure it out in that locker room, get back. Pat P got a pick. Shout out Pat P.
Pat P, yep.
Pick last week. But, they got to figure it out. And, get back on that winning ways, man. Got to get Buddha back out there as soon as possible. But signed my dog, TJ Ward. He back out. He back in the league now. Yeah, so, hopefully them boys figure it out. But, yeah, I feel like they set a standard. The standard, they surprised a lot of people out the gate. I know they surprised me out the gate, and so I'm looking forward to get back to those ways, back to those winning ways. Who they got this week coming up?
Oh no!
See if they can get one. They got the Jets.
They should. They should.
They got the Jets.
They should.
What you think about this game tonight? Two games tonight. Matter of fact, they rescheduled the Chiefs Patriots game to tonight.
Man, like we kind of talked about it, man. I got the Chiefs.
Then the Green Bay.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs in the past game, and the Chiefs and Patriots, man. Cam, obviously tested positive for that COVID, man. So he's not gonna be out there. So I think that's gonna be a big deciding factor of the game. I think Pat Mahomes and them, they're going to go out there and do what they've been doing. And then in the Green Bay, who Green Bay got? Green Bay got Atlanta. Yeah, Green Bay got Atlanta. So I think Green Bay is going to end up winning this game. I think, we kind of talked about it before we went live. I think Atlanta, like they've been doing, I think they're going to come out, they're going to put some points on the board, but they're going to find a way to lose the game. You know what I'm saying? They're going to find a way to lose the game. So I'm going to go with A-Rod, man. A-Rod's been playing lights out so far. So, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same. Go with A-Rod. Them boys playing well. I do think, with Julio, Julio coming back to the lineup, I think Matt Ryan throws the ball around the yard, but still don't think it's enough to beat the Packers, man. Packers playing well. A-Rod is playing in the MVP level. I said after they drafted Jordan Love in the first round that he was going to be on this type of time this year.
Yeah,
he is. So I think he keeps that going on the big stage, bright lights. I think A-Rod shows up, man.
Nah, for sure. Let's talk about these Heat, man. Switch it over to basketball, man. You excited, you hype, you know what I mean?
Hey,
well deserved.
Last night,
as you should, though, as you should. Jimmy Buckets, triple-double, 40 points, triple-double. They came out and ball. I think the Lakers, man, they had them. They had a foot on their throat, man, but they didn't finish him off. I just think, if they would have went up 3-0, I think it would have been a wrap.
For sure.
It would have been a wrap. But like Jimmy Buckets was saying, he was like, man, y'all in trouble now.
They're in trouble.
You know what I'm saying? So I know you excited, man. What you think?
Yeah, man, like Jimmy said, man, they're in trouble. And I know most people still feel like, them boys got to win, this, whatever. But, man, for them the boys to go out there and get that win without Dragic, without Bam, down two of our best players. Jimmy, he put it on his back, man. He really put that shit on his back. 40-point triple-double. I've been a Heat fan for a while, and it kind of reminded me of like that 06 Dwayne Wade putting the squad on his back, man, after going down 0-2 to the Mavericks. We won 4 straight, and now history about to repeat itself. My cousin Jimmy about to go out there and win 4 straight. Like I said in the beginning, Heat is 6.
That's why we here. Overreaction.
He is 6.
That's why we here. Like you
About to
said,
go down
man.
4 straight, man.
LA in 5, man. I told you that from the beginning, bro. LA
Hero
in 5.
played better. Kelly Olynyk played better.
LA Lakers, man. In 5, man.
AD.
Brian with number 8, AD, bro.
Yeah,
like,
but see, that's why I never jump on that AD train. I always got some shit to say about AD. Soon as he get me on the one, I'm like, you know what? I be tripping on AD. Yeah, he is this and he is that. He come out and do some shit like that every time. Every time, man.
I'm like, come on, man. Like, bro, like he should drop 40 points every night.
Fact. He looked like Wilt Chamberlain in the game too.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
unbelievable. That's the standard. The standard is the standard, man. When you come up, when we used to watch Shaq, y'all comparing him to Shaq and Kobe. Shaq showed up every night, especially in the finals. Shaq, Kobe, the boy showed up every night in the finals. But I feel like AD gonna give a game, another game, then it's gonna be like
Hey, the man upstairs knew what he was doing, bro. Because if I would have been 7 foot with the abilities that AD has, man, Antoine Bethea, the cockiest.
What?
Man, what?
Ball.
Man, give me the ball, bro.
Man, give me the ball, man.
Get out of here, man. Get out of my way.
Olynyk. You got Jimmy Butler on me in the post. Come on, man. Stop it.
Exactly. But, you know, it is what it is. I still got the Lakers in 5. But definitely hats off to Jimmy Butler, man. What he's doing for that team, man. He's doing what a leader's supposed to do. You know what I mean?
Sir.
And his boys, I know they're gonna follow behind him. So it's gonna be interesting tomorrow night how they're gonna come out and play.
Man. I should have had me a big face coffee today, man. I need my dog to get his shape up or something. Matter of fact,
he in his mood right now.
That shit right, man.
He in his zone.
Shit,
he'll get one in a few days when after game 5 when he go to Cancun and link up with Dame Lillard. When he link up with Paul George and all them and Cancun.
They had a clip they showed last night. Somebody sent me showing all the different dudes in the different series who was talking shit after winning the game. Show Lillard, show Westbrook, showed Jamal Murray dancing and shit. And they showed Jimmy Butler, but hey, Jimmy Butler's different breed, man. I came to win.
Man.
Yeah, man. I was hyped about that though.
That's funny. That's funny.
But yeah, man.
Man, let's get some of these other questions, man. The chef asked,
Chef Carolyn,
do you guys think Phillip Rivers is playing scared in the red zone because he's afraid of throwing a pick? What you think, D-Buck?
Nah. Let me say nah. I honestly, that's I think it's good quarterback play. If you settling for field goals and you winning ball games, like, hey, I can't say too much bad about you. Because the thing about NFL, you want to end as many possessions as possible with a kick, right? So that's either a PAT after scoring a touchdown, a field goal after obviously settling for a field goal, or a punt. All right. So whenever you're not turning the ball over, it's going to bode well for your offense and for your team. So I think he's, obviously he's been around the block, a ton. He's thrown for a ton of yards, ton of touchdowns. So if he's taking care of the ball and been a little more, protective with the ball down there, I don't mind that, especially against teams and offenses that you're not worried about putting up 40 points. Now, if you go out there and you're playing the Chiefs, we got to take some more chance. We can't settle for 3. But if we out here playing the Bears with a new quarterback in there, we're playing the Jets, we're playing the Vikings, continue to put points on the board. Continue to put points on the board in each drive with a kick. And, because we still early in the season. We're still only 4 games in with a new team for Phillip Rivers. So anything he's doing positive, man, just keep doing that. And he's old enough and mature enough that I think he'll, continue to figure it out. So I'm definitely not gonna say he's playing scared, man. He's playing smart.
Nah, you said it. I think we had another one up here somewhere.
Hold on, wait. Let me ask you something, just because it's up here. What you thought about LeBron leaving the court early last night? You think that's a thing or that's nothing? You think that's an overreaction?
It's overreaction. Like I'm about to see y'all in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Well, not even 2 days. I'm about to see you in 30 minutes because we at the hotel. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm about to just go to my room, man. Stop playing.
Like what I'm staying out here for? Like, I'm probably not gonna dap y'all up at this point. You know what I'm saying?
No, they never dap up.
They not dapping up with the. You know what I'm saying? So what's the point? Like, shoot. So like, yeah, it's an overreaction.
Overreaction, man. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, they're in the bubble. I ain't going nowhere. Shit, I'm tired of seeing y'all ass.
You about to be back on here in two nights. So, that's overreaction.
Reaction.
A big of an impact.
What we got?
Chef had one. Okay, Jack Adams. Do you guys think the Colts defense is for real? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think they for real, man.
Yes, sir. Making plays on all 3 levels. That's all you can ask for.
Yep.
Especially when you and then in the league, if you can hold a team to 35 yards rushing, I don't care who you playing. Like, that's big. That's huge. And again, like we talked before, if you can put a team and make them one-dimensional, that's when you can really just go out there and play. Like, team not running the ball, they got to pass. Now, as a D coordinator, sure, I can dial up my blitzes. As on the front, shit, I'm digging my cleats in the ground, make sure my takeoff is good because they passing the rock. So, yeah, man, they the real deal. They
for real, man. They for real. I think we always talk about on the show how we break the season up in quarters, and now we're a quarter through the season. First quarter, and them boys have been playing lights out outside of the first game where Minshew threw for, threw 19 out of 20 completions. Outside of that, they bounced back and they've been dominant. A couple of them have been against teams that they should have been dominant against. But you've seen the Vikings go and take the Titans to the wire. You've seen the Vikings go and beat the Texans, and they dominate them from wire to wire. So I think they're the real deal, and I think they'll continue to build more confidence and continue to get better, man. 'Cause we got some young guys out there, and I think we'll just keep getting better, man.
Yeah. Man. Sure. What else going on out here?
50 route, Xavier Rose. Yeah, Rose balling, man.
I think he'll be able to play in this system for a while.
Yeah, we talked about that. He balled, man. He's balling. He's obviously coming into the week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week. He had a good game against Robinson. They didn't do really much until that very, let's say, last drive right before they kicked the onside kick. That was the only drive they had where they went down to score. I think, matter of fact, Robinson went up and climbed that ladder on the young boy and got a touchdown. But Xavier Rose, a lot of people were calling him wash. I like the move from the beginning, even when he first got released from the Vikings.
You did. You called that earlier, D-Bot. I gave you that one.
Yeah, I saw because that corner shit, man. You go through up and down years, especially when you're in certain systems, you get to a certain age, and it was just a great move at a great time. You're going into a scheme that's not as man heavy, so you can get some kind of downs, not off, but physically, it's a physical break if you're not in man to man. Like that's a high pressure situation. So that's good for him. I think he'll continue to grow and continue to get better for this defense and be a key piece for him going forward.
Yeah. Ace Boogie got another one. Our defensive plays scripted out like on offense.
Hell no.
Nah.
We reactive, man. I mean, we are. You definitely can say, all right, we have a plan this week. Like, hey, we're gonna pressure on, 3rd and 7+. Like, our plan this week is the pressure, or our plan this week is to play more man or get after them with this or these zone blitzes. So you have a plan from that standpoint. But when the defensive coordinator calls a play, the only information he has is field position, down and distance, and the offensive personnel. And then it's on the players once they get lined up. Now we have to make the proper adjustments to whatever call is made. So, most of our things aren't scripted because we got to go off what's in front of us. So, to just answer that question simply, no.
Yeah, and then also as you see while you're watching the game, you have you see the coordinators with their call sheet. So obviously we have favorites, favorite plays for in different positions where 3rd and 2 to 5 and 3rd and 5 to 7 or whatever, and then from 7+. So obviously you have your favorites. Defensive coordinators will ask their players, "Hey, D-Butt, what are your favorite first down plays that you like this week?" You know what I'm saying? And you'll have that, but like D-Butt said, he kind of broke it down. That's all scripted. Nah,
can't do that.
Yeah, if a D coordinator script his calls, get him out of here.
Facts.
Get him out of here for sure. For sure.
That shit ain't gonna fly.
Yeah. But that's all for the questions.
Hit all them man. We had a good little rap, man. Another overreaction Monday. Who we got this Thursday for our watch along, man?
Man, who is playing this Thursday? Who is it?
I'm gonna look right now. Bop. Chicago and Tampa Bay.
That's gonna be a
good one. Should be a good one. Chicago defense looked good yesterday too against our offense. They look good. Chuck Pagano, shout out Chuck Pagano over there on the defense side.
They look good. We got to see what Tampa going to look like, man. They got a short week, so as far as the injuries, man, got to see who's going to be available. So y'all be on the lookout for our picks. But he probably gonna pick the same team I picked, so y'all ain't got to worry about it.
I might. With how these picks been looking last couple weeks, I might.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Homework.
We'll have that watch along Thursday. We'll shoot y'all out the times. Y'all come join us. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yes, sir.
All right, we out.
We out.